I'll be there now older. It's just an amazing experience, and I'm just, I'm so excited for this.
So you actually lived in Manhattan when your dad was playing here?
Yeah, I went to school in New York for a year. Yep.
Did you get a strong sense, Mason, during the draft process that the Jets were interested in you? Do you have a feeling you could end up here?
Not really. It wasn't one of my 30 visits. I talked to them at the combine, had a great meeting with them at the combine. But really just, I've just kind of kept my head down this whole, process, selling myself to the best of my ability and, being who I am and honest who I am, and performing on the big stages. And I don't think there was any tells for sure. So it was definitely surprising, and, I'm excited. So it's just, can't wait to get up there in New York.
Mason, what was the moment like when you found out the Jets were drafting you, and how special was it to share it with your dad there right next to you too?
Oh, it was awesome. Getting the call, seeing it, the zip code, the New York zip code pop up, talking to everyone on the phone. I mean, it was unbelievable. It happened 5 minutes ago, so I'm still shocked by it. So I'm trying to take it all in and enjoy it all, and get ready to work. Enjoy this night for sure, but next morning, the 24-hour rule. So enjoy it right now, and then getting back to work, and can't wait to get to New York.
Even though your dad played here for a year, obviously he's synonymous with Miami, the Dolphins, now a division rival of yours. Those ties run deep. Is that going to be kind of like a weird, conflicting kind of thing for the family?
I don't think so. No, my family's really supporting. My dad's a big supporter. So I hate to say it, but I think he'll love the Jets not a lot more than the Dolphins now. But I feel like he's a really supportive dad. We come from a really supportive family. So, he's going to have Jets merch all in his closet. I'm sure of it. So it's going to be really exciting.
Mason, for Jets fans who maybe haven't seen a lot of you at LSU, what are your strengths as a player? What are the Jets getting in you?
Oh, just a guy that comes every single day, consistent, a hard worker, doing everything the right way, doing what he's told to do, making plays on and off the field. Being a great locker room guy. Most importantly, on the field, that's what everyone sees. Being that guy in the clutch moments to step up on third downs when the chains need to be moved, when it's a must-get touchdown. Being that guy that can be counted on and be that safety blanket for a quarterback, and be that guy that's reliable in the pass game, but also in the run game. Being that complete every down tight end that I pride myself on is something I really look forward to showing Jets fans.
Mason, what do you know about your quarterback you're going to be catching passes from here, Justin Fields, and how much you looking forward to playing with a guy with that kind of skill set?
Yeah, he's been awesome to see on TV. So getting to play with him, and I just seen his contract. They don't pay bad players that type of money. So he's a really good quarterback, and I can't wait to go work with him and work with the guys in New York. It's gonna be awesome.
What did it do for your development playing in the SEC against so many good defenses?
Yeah, it just going against the best every single day, in practice and in the games. The preparation from that standpoint, going against, I feel like, the best defense in the SEC every single day in practice, and then, carrying that over to when you play in the SEC. So I think, that's big, especially in the run game, I would say, the bigger bodies, the stronger guys. In the run game, just being consistent there, and then in the pass, being able to, have that weight on you for the run game, but have that finesse in the pass game. It's been a lot for my development there, and that's one of the reasons why I chose the SEC to go and compete in, for sure.
Where would you say your blocking is at right now?
I think my game as a whole, I think, the sky is the roof for me, and I feel like I have so much potential. So much growth ready to become, so I can't wait to get coached up by NFL coaches, learn from vets, do all these things, because I feel like there's so much things I can learn more and more every single day, and, complement my game in the run game, like you said, being more consistent, and in the pass as well. Just being me being young, I feel like I have so much potential for all the areas that a tight end does, and I think I'm a great learner, and learning from coaches and vets is going to be the main thing for me. I'm excited.
Take a couple more from Mason.
Mason, we know what your father did in this league, and a Hall of Fame career, that kind of thing. For you as a young player coming up, was there ever that factor where you were like, trying to move beyond your dad's shadow, so to speak? And how did you have conversations with your dad about that? How did that all work for you?
No, really, it doesn't really bother me at all. I mean, I love it. It's one of the, he's my motivator. He's the guy I look up to. So, being in people say in his shadow, that really doesn't affect me. I'm doing hard work just like he did. He was lowly recruited out of high school and college. And, I just seen the way he's done things and approached his business every single day. So I don't see that as I'm in his shadows type of thing. I'm going to, look up to him, do what he did, and hopefully have the same outcome he did in his career. But it's really just focusing on every step of the way. Being an impact to this organization is going to be huge for me.
Have you heard from Zach Thomas yet?
He's in here in the draft party, so we're all together. And I said a few words before I got grabbed out here to do some interviews. But it's going to be a great moment and great celebration with the family for sure. I'm excited.
How much did Zach help you as a tight end as far as getting open against linebackers, the tips he might have given you?
Honestly, not too many tips. I think what I take from Zach is his hard work. Again, under recruited from college and high school. He's really got to put the work in. And everyone puts the work in, everyone works hard, and he's done it to an extremely high level. The notes he's taken and everything. I've seen a lot of tips he's given me about all that stuff. It's absurd, and it really shows the outcome he had with his career. It shows in the way he prepared for games and the way he was ready, being an undersized linebacker. But seeing now hard work and dedication, kind of I could take upon myself and learn and mature as well.
You really can't put it into words. I mean, I'm a very emotional guy when it comes to my kids, so obviously I was crying and overcome with joy for him. But it's the culmination of years and years of work. He's been around the game for a long time, from when I played to his own journey and high school and college career, and it's fulfilling. I told him it's the beginning of a new journey. It's not the destination, but it's as a father, it's unbelievable. The feeling is better than when I was a player.
Jason, do you have any specific memories of when you played for the Jets and he was running around with you as a kid?
Oh, I got a bunch of them. Yeah, I've got pictures that have already come up from on his phone, and Isaiah, my oldest son, and showed me some pictures too of those guys painted up with green hair and wearing 99 jerseys and going to MetLife Stadium and coming down here and beating Miami down here. So yeah, I got a lot of really, really fond memories. And listen, my greatest team success was in New York, and it's in a team game filled up with individual achievements. It's still team results is what I was always chasing. So it was making it the AFC Championship game back in 2010 or 2011 playoffs, I guess, was amazing.
Do you realize that was the last Jets playoff game?
Don't start, Cat. I didn't know that, but is that right? That's let's change that. Let's go. Let's change that. Aaron Glenn's gonna do a good job of change that.
Did you?
I'm Aaron Glenn. You guys played, around the same time. He was in the league a little bit before you. Do you know AG at all?
I've met him. I don't know him very, very closely, but I've met him. Obviously, played against him, and respect the work he's done, coaching the game, and going to Detroit and doing what he did. But I'm excited. A former player being in the big chair, and you see the success some of these guys have had, and it's I'm looking forward to it. It's a part of my heart has always been in New York. It's the greatest city on the planet. I love it, and I'm glad Mason has a chance to go play there now. It's going to be amazing.
The Dolphins had a few picks before the Jets. Was there any thought that maybe that could work out? Playing.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I mean, there was, he and I stopped and looked at each other on the couch and thought maybe this is it. And they made a move to move up. It would have been great, but anywhere, any of the 32, we were looking for any of the 32, but there are certain franchises, there are certain places, there are certain people and communities that are just different, and New York obviously is one of them.
Jason, is there, for all the things you accomplished?
I'm sorry, hold on one second. I'm losing you. Hold on one second. Just out the door. Sorry, go ahead.
For all the things you accomplished as a player, what are some of your pieces of advice for Mason as he embarks on this NFL journey here?
First of all, be where your feet are. And it's the same thing I told him, in going through high school and college. Just be where your feet are and enjoy the moment. It's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be wins and losses, highs and lows, and just taking the moments. And that's one of the things I regret for my professional journey is not always taking in the moment, but trying to chase the next thing. So just be present, be where your feet are, and then you have to ignore the noise. There's a lot of noise out there, and especially with social media now, and everyone has a platform to say and do anything they want. You just have to ignore the noise and just keep chipping away at it. And Mason's all about ball. He loves football. He loves working at it. He's not real big on all the auxiliary things that come with it. He's going to be in a great spot to focus on his game, and he's going to hear plenty of noise, good and bad, and it'll flow off him a little bit, I think.
Jason,
you were on the
talking
defensive
about,
staff back when he was at St. Thomas Aquinas. Like, when did you think the NFL was a possibility for Mason?
When did I think it was a possibility? I mean, probably when he was at LSU already. You see his size in high school and realize there's an opportunity that he may keep growing and developing as a player. You see his athleticism, and you understand, obviously bloodlines or whatnot. But when he was in LSU, he was playing his butt off and showing progress year to year. And it's not about moment in time flashes. It's the accumulation of his work over years. And I think after his sophomore year, it was like, look, if you have a big junior year, this could be a opportunity for you to jump and go start your career. So he did that. He worked his tail off those 3 years and put together back to back good years, and here he is.
Jason, I know you were talking about how you were emotional just with your son making it to the NFL, but not only that, he's playing for the same franchise you played for. He's going to be wearing that same green and white jersey you wore. What does that mean to you?
It means everything. I mean, to me as a father, it's his moment in time, and I'm just, the sun has set on my career, and I'm done. And it's awesome to be able to sit back and watch him. But for him to walk the same, through the same facility and use the same locker rooms and that same path that I took, it's humbling. You're trying to make me cry again. I'm not going to do it, fighting it. But it's I can't. It's amazing. It's amazing. We're really been blessed, and he's earned it. Now he's got to keep going.
How's Zach handling this?
He's more emotional than me, so I'm sure he's inside crying somewhere. Yeah, we're all so proud.
Take a couple more for Jason.
Jason, what's it going to be like? Jason, what's it going to be like for you, Jets Dolphins games? Right? I mean, you're so identified with that franchise, and now your son's going to be playing against them.
Well, yes, I do identify with the franchise and had great history here, and obviously love the Miami Dolphins and their fans and everything. But as you know, this is not my first rodeo being on the other side of the track. So I got to say it, Jets, 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 Jets.